everybody, Mr. Atrophy here, and looking at the female running from the male, who is in a chasing mood today and wants to play. She doesn't have any damage. She isn't showing signs of stress. He does leave her alone sometimes, so they're okay. He displays a lot to her. He's finally showing the last signs of being mature. He's got a trademark black stripe on his belly going from his jaw down to the tip of his tail. Replanted this stuff a while ago. And this half, which was the bottoms of the plants, which had roots growing really good. This half, which is the top of the plants, some of them died. The ones that didn't haven't grown very much. They've only grown about that much. And it's because they're busy putting energy into roots too. These guys don't have to put energy into roots. This half of the plant looks awesome. Not so much. I don't like this plant. Every time I trim it, it does this. I trim it, knock it down. I cut this much off the bottom, strip the leaves, plant this so it's shorter, and then it grows up and does the same thing. I hate this plant. It's going to be replaced eventually. Just did my mag float today. If you're not familiar with these, it has a scrubber pad and it floats, and it magnets inside so you can move the shit. Just scraping off the glass a little bit. It's not a huge problem. Sometimes you will get little blooms and stuff. You will get a one critter that will, for some reason, decide to breed like hell and will start covering the glass. You just knock those off, and eventually everything will balance out if you've got your tank in a good cycle. You see a copepod bloom with a little cyclops copepod, and a couple days later you'll see a hydra bloom because of the abundance of food. The grass is doing good. It had an initial die-off when the other light broke, but we've got new shoots here, new shoots here, new shoots here. So it's adjusted, and I've decided because of the lower light conditions, I'm going to leave it long. For a while with higher light conditions, I could keep it short, but till it spreads more, I think I'm just going to let it go. So this tank is doing good. Shrimp are still fantastic. I was kind of surprised to see all three shrimp the other day. I found that they have burrowed under the wood and made themselves a little kind of hobbit hole in there. You can actually see one of the shrimp right there. I hope you can see it. I don't know. Little ghost shrimp. They're not too fantastic, they're just 25 cents each. This tank is doing good. If you remember, I had to medicate these with an anti-parasite medication because I found that the rainbows all had worms. I'm thinking they might have had them since I got them. These may be wild caught, not tank bred. So I dosed the whole tank hard with a wide spectrum anti-parasite medication and followed the directions, and pretty soon I saw every fish that had worms expelling them, to put it nicely. And they're my cories. I don't see them out very much in the daytime. Those are my false network cories, Coreodorus sodalis. I really haven't seen those very much at all. This tank is doing very well. It's very well established. I really don't have to worry about this at all. I really don't have to touch it much. I really don't have to worry about it. I haven't had a fish die in quite a while, not knock on wood. Everybody's doing very well. Everybody's very happy, which is pretty awesome to have a tank where the only really problem I have with this is my constant problem with diatomaceous algae. So that's my update on how my tanks are doing. And if anybody has any questions, I would be glad to answer them. With setting up tanks you have set up, problems, fish questions, what fish are compatible where, what fish you can put in what types of environments and tanks. I have learned a lot about plants and planted tanks too, so if anybody has any questions about that, I would be glad to share what I know. So if you have any questions, leave one in the bottom thing, and I'll get back to you. Thanks.